Yesterday we discussed about saddle point, and today also we are taking one more question that is related to saddle point. And that question is what? Suppose we have players C, and strategies of player C are C1, C2, C3, C4, and C5. And if we're talking about player R has R1, R2, R3, and R4 strategy. The game payoff matrix, the values of game payoff matrix are 2, 5, 3, 8, 4. Then the next row is 5, 6, 3, 3, 7, 8. The values in third row 6, 7, 9, 8, 7. Last row 4, 2, 8, 4, 3. So this is what game payoff matrix, and I'm looking for saddle point. And what I told you yesterday, that we will find the maximum value in each column. We will find the maximum value of each column. So in first column the maximum value is 6, and I'm going to make a square on it. In second column, maximum value is 7. I'm going to make a square on it. In third column, maximum value is 9. In fourth column, maximum value is 8. And they are 2, 8. So I am going to put a square on both of values. And last column, maximum value is 8. So what I did, column wise, I will find the maximum value, and I draw a square on that value. And what we will do, row wise, we will find the minimum value. So in first row, minimum value is 2. In second row, minimum value is 3. And third row, minimum value is 6. In fourth row, minimum value is 2. So I told you yesterday, if a square and circle come together, that is known as saddle point. Saddle point, right? And the value at saddle point is known as value of game. So value of game is equals to, that is V is equals to 6, because of the value at the saddle point is what? 6. And if we're talking about strategy, the strategy of player A, I told you yesterday that player C has 5 strategies in this question, and the saddle point exists in column 1. The saddle point exists in column 1. So value of C1 is 1, and rest of the values are 0. Rest of the values are 0. If we're talking about player R. So player R has 4 strategies: R1, R2, R3, and R4. And the strategy or which R is going to use, that is what? R3, because of saddle point exists in R3. The saddle point exists in R3. That is why the value of R3 is 1. So strategies are 0 because of R1 is not using, 0 because of R2 is not using, 1 because of saddle point exists in R3, and last value, that means R4, is also equals to 0. So these are strategies, right? So through which square and circle, like column wise maximum and row wise minimum, we will find out, and where we will find the square and circle come together, that is known as saddle point. And the value at saddle point is known as value of game. Like we can say the value of game for R, player R, is equals to 6. The value of game for player R is equals to 6. If I am going to ask the value of game for player C is equals to minus 6. That is why we always say it is two-person zero-sum game, because of there are two player and the value of both player, like four player R is 6 and four player C is -6. When you are going to add these two values, you find 0. That is why we called it as two-player zero-sum game. Right. Sometime examiner may ask what is two-player zero-sum game. So in that case, it is clearly mentioned or understandable that when there are two player and the winning point of winner player and losing point of loser player, when we are going to add it, the resultant will become 0. That is why for players C, the value of game is -6. For player R, the value of game is 6. When you are going to add 6 plus -6, it becomes 0. So that is why it is called two player zero sum game. Two player zero sum game, right? So this is what two player zero sum game. Uh, Now, I'm going to discuss one more question. What is that question? Because of we are comfortable to find the saddle point. Suppose we have player A and player A has two strategy A1 and A2, and player B has two strategy B1 and B2. And player A has two strategy, player B has two strategy, and the game payoff matrix is what? 6, 3, 5, and 4. 6, 3, 5, 4. Now we are going to find the saddle point. How we will find the saddle point? We just find the maximum value in first column. That means values are 6 and 5. Maximum value is 6 in first column. The maximum value in second column is 4. Right. Now we will find the minimum value row wise. Like in first row, minimum value is 3. In second row, minimum value is 4. So we can say value of game is equals to 4, and strategy for player A, that is what? 0 and 1. Why 0 and 1? Because of if we're talking about the saddle point in A1, no. In saddle point A2, yes. The saddle point exists in A2, right? That is why 0 and 1. If we're talking about the strategy for player B, that means B1 and B2. So saddle point it doesn't exist in B1. That is why 0. In B2, yes, that is why 1. So the first value denoted by B1 and the second value denoted by B2. So it is clearly mentioned that there are two players, A and B, and the saddle point is exists there. So value of game is 4 because of the value at saddle point is 4. And if we're talking about strategy for player A, strategy are 0 and 1 because of we are not going to use A1 strategy. We are going to use A2 strategy because of saddle point exists in A2. Similarly, in case of player B, there are two strategy B1 and B2, and saddle point exists in B2. That is why the value of B2 is equals to 1 and B1 value of B1 is equals to 0. Now we are going to discuss one more question. Say there are two player A, and player A has A1 and A2 strategy, and another player, that is player B has B1 strategy and B2 strategy. The values of the matrix are say 5, 2, 3, and 7. So now we are going to find the saddle point. How we will find the saddle point? First of all, we will find the maximum value in column wise. So in first column, maximum value is 5. In second column, maximum value is 7. If we're talking about the minimum value in first row is 2. Minimum value in second row is 3, that is 3. That means there is no saddle point because of a square and circle not come together, and it clearly shows there is no saddle point. And this is a matrix of 2 by 2. This is a matrix of 2 by 2. That means number of row into number of column, that is 2 by 2. So how we will find the saddle point? If you will find the saddle point in the game payoff matrix, that is called pure game, pure strategy game. What do you mean by pure strategy game? The pure strategy game shows that we are going to use only one strategy, right? Pure strategy means, that means we are going to use only one strategy, but the saddle point is not exist in this payoff matrix. That means it is not a game of pure strategy game. It is not a pure strategy game. It is a mixed strategy game. What is mixed strategy game? Where we are using more than one strategy. Where we are going to use more than one strategy. We are not going to settle on the single point. Right. So how we will solve the mixed strategy? So we know that our game payoff matrix is 2 by 2 matrix. That means 2 rows and 2 columns. So what we will do, we will find the difference. The difference of first row. The difference of first row. How you will find the difference of first row? That maximum value is 5. So 5 minus 2 is equals to 3. So this is what difference of first row. Now I am going to find the difference of second row. So maximum value is 7. 7 minus 3 is equals to 4. Difference is also always positive. Remember this thing. Difference is always positive. Difference means maximum value minus minimum value. That is why 5 minus 2, that is 3, and 7 minus 3, that is 4. I'm not going to do 3 minus 7 because of the thing is that maximum minus minimum is what? Difference. Maximum minus minimum is. And the thing is that you have to calculate the difference diagonally. You have to put the difference diagonally. That means difference of first row you are going to mention in the front of second row. The difference of second row you are going to mention in the front of first row. Similarly, the difference of first column, you are going to mention it in below the second column. The difference of first column, that is what? 5 minus 3 is equals to what? 2. Similarly, the difference of second column you are going to mention in front, just below the first column. So 7 minus 2 is equals to 5. Right. What we did, we calculate the difference of first row mentioned in the front of second row. We calculate the difference of second row and mention in the front of first row. We calculate the difference of first column and we going to mention it below the second column. Now we are going to find the difference of second column, values of second column, and we are just going to mention it below the first column. Now you just calculate the total value, the total of difference. Total of difference is what? That is 4 plus 3 is 7, right? And 5 plus 2 is also equals to 7. The different total of difference must be same. Must be same. It is mandatory. If it is not same, that means either you calculated wrong, or there must be a saddle point. There must be a saddle point. So the total of the difference must be match. Now question arise, how we will calculate the value of game? So value of game is equals to, what you do, you just multiply the second column with difference. That is what, 2 into 4. What I am going to do, I am going to multiply 2 into 4. That is what, 2 multiply by 4, 2 into 4, right? Then plus the second value, because of I am going to multiply second column with difference, I am going to multiply it, right? So what result comes? 2 into 4 plus 7 into 3, 7 into 3, whole divided by the grand total, whole divided by the grand total, right? So whole divided by grand total. Now what we will do, you just calculate. That is what, v is equals to 4 to the 8 plus 7 3 are 21 divided by 7 is equals to 21 plus 8 is what, 29 by 7 is what, value of game. Value of game. If we're talking about the strategies are very simple. What is the total of difference is 7 now? So you just do one thing, that is what, I'll use blue color or black color so that you can see it clearly. That is, I'm going to calculate the strategies, that is 4 by 7. 4 by 7, because of 4 divided by 7, difference divided by grand total, difference grand total. And similarly 3 by 7. And in the same manner, this is what, 5 by 7 and 2 by 7. So these are the strategy. And how you will mention it? The thing is that we are going to mention the strategies, and strategies are for player A. I am talking about for player A, bracket, the value just below the A1. The value just below the A1 is what? 5 by 6. 5 by 6, comma. What about below the A2? That is 2 by 7. 2 by 7. What about player B? Again, there are two strategies, B1 and B2. You just see the strategy in front of B1 last, which we calculate 4 by 7. In front of B1 is what? 4 by 7. So it become 4 by 7. It is what? 5 by, not 5 by 6. It is what? 5 by 7. I mentioned wrongly. It is 5 by 7 and 2 by 7. Similarly, 4 by 7. What about in front of B2? That is 3 by 7. 3 by 7. Right. So this is what the strategy. Value of game is 2 by 29 by 7. Strategy for player A is 5 by 7, comma 2 by 7. Strategy for player B is 4 by 7 and 3 by 7. So this is what answer. Right. We will do one more question so that you will clear each and everything in your mind. I'm going to do one more question related to 2 by 2 matrix where we don't have saddle point. Right. Uh, I'll take one more question. Just a minute. and I'm not going to take negative value at this time. Uh, so again, the question is what? We have player, just hold on. We have player A1, A2, and player B, B1, and B2. The values are 1, 7, and 5, and we will take it 2. No, it is not a question of saddle point. Just a minute. That is, yeah, we want that is 2. Find the saddle point, all of you. The maximum value in first column, that is 5. In second column, that is 7. If we're talking about the minimum value row wise, minimum value in first row 1, minimum value in second row 2. So that means there is no saddle point, and this is a case of 2 by 2. And what I told you, what you will do, you will find the difference of first row and you just mention it in the front of second row. So difference of first row is what? 7 minus 1 is what? 6. Because of difference is always positive, that means greater minus lesser. Similarly, you just find the difference of second row. 5 and 2, difference is what? 3. Similarly, find the difference of first column mentioned below the second column, that is 4. And difference of second column mentioned below the first column, that is 5. Just see the total value of difference. 3 plus 6 is 9 and 5 plus 4 is also 9. That means our calculation is perfect. If different total of difference is not equal row wise as well as column wise, that means we did some mistake. And what I told you, how you will calculate value of game? The value of game V is equals to the column of second multiply by difference. The column of second multiply by difference. 7 into 3. 7 into 3 plus 2 into 6. 2 into 6 divided by 9 is equals to what? 7 threes are 21 plus 12 divided by 9 is equals to 33 divided by 9. If we're talking about ki sir, why you are using only second column, why we are not talking about the first column? Yes, you can use first column also. If you will use first column, then what happened? Value of game V is equals to, I am going to use first column. I am going to use first column and going to multiply with the difference. See, 1 into 3. 1 into 3 plus 5 into 6. 5 into 6 divided by 9 is equals to 3 plus 30 divided by 9 is equals to 33 divided by 9. So it doesn't matter that you are going to multiply by it by first row or first column or second column. It doesn't matter. The answer will same. Answer remain same. Now, how we will calculate the strategies? Because of calculation of strategies are so important, right? So how we will calculate the strategies? Strategies are like for player A, just find the value below the A1, that is what 5, and divided by 9. So this is what 5 by 9. And what about for A2? Difference is 4, so divided by 9, 4 by 9. So it become 5 by 9, comma 4 by 9. What about for player B? The difference in front of B1 is what? 3. So it become what? 3 by 9. And B2, it is 6. So 6 by 9. So strategies are 3 by 9, comma 6 by 9. So with the help of this method, the difference method, we can find the value of game of 2 by 2 matrix and strategy of 2 by 2 matrix. Right, all of you?